This coverage of MWC is brought to you by Bitdefender Mobile Security. Hey, it's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And here I am again with the Samsung Galaxy S5 to bring you a software feature focus. There has been an update to the Touchwiz on the Samsung Galaxy S5, and whether or not it was the update you were looking for is, well, something that's going to be up to you. But I did want to showcase all of the new features that are in here. There is a new home screen, a second screen that is added on, and that is the My Magazine. The My Magazine, much like Google Now or Blink Feed on HTC devices, is now a second screen all the way on the left of your home screens. And essentially what this is it's a simple hub that takes the My Magazine screen from the previous Galaxy Note 3 and puts it in the forefront, allowing you to get easy access to social media highlights, news highlights. As far as the design goes, we basically just have the tiles that go across the entire screen, and it pretty much just shows you the headline along with the picture just for nice viewing. Now, this is the thing about the My Magazine, is that all of the sources are rather curated, so you're not going to be able to add in your own sources and your own news sources in order to get that information. You'll have to look through this particular list, including this list of social media like Google Plus and Tumblr and YouTube, in order to get those pieces of news. But up here, they're just very specific categories, and you'll get news stories based on those only. One of the big changes that happened is there's a more circle-centric design, as you can see up here with the quick toggles in the notification dropdown. If I bring down all of the new toggles, you'll see that everything is pretty much a circle right here. And it keeps things pretty simplistic. It gives it the same motif all around, and it's actually pretty nice. One other place that you'll see that change is right over here in the settings. The actual setting page itself has been changed quite drastically and is now just a long drop down with menus that can be collapsed like this in order for you to easily get to the various settings that you want. This is different from the side-to-side tabbed interface that was on not only the Samsung Galaxy S line, but also across a lot of other devices. This is a different way of taking a look at your settings, and they're all categorized pretty easily. So if you wanted to look at something like, say, your display, all of the circles come up, and it's pretty easy to know exactly what you're getting at. But once we get to motion right here, you see that there are motions and gestures and air view. Now, air view is one that I think a lot of you probably really did enjoy from the Samsung Galaxy S4, where you can hover your finger over a gallery, album, or over various portions of the OS, and you would get a preview of what's underneath. But for a little while there, I wasn't sure where the air gestures were, and they are under the motions and gestures. Now, they've consolidated everything into various sections right here, and when you turn on when you go to turn on those features, it'll show you exactly what you're looking at. So if I turn on the air browse, which is essentially the air gestures from the Galaxy S4, you'll be able to see exactly which parts of the phone you'll be able to use your hand in order to scroll up or down using your hand. And the one that came in the Samsung Galaxy S4 was the Smart Pause, in which you could look away from the phone while playing, let's say, a YouTube video, and and the phone would pause the video until you looked back at it. One very stark change when it comes to the general outlook of the Samsung Galaxy S5 is the doing away of a menu button and using instead a recent apps button, which is right over here on the left. You obviously already have the back button there on the right, but once you hit this button on the left side, you will see that there's a slightly modified recent apps screen. And it's just pretty simple for all intents and purposes. You just swipe away in order to turn off some. There's a button right here for turning off all of them. And then there's actually a Task Manager, or Apps Manager rather, shortcut that you can go to, which is familiar from previous models also. As we head on over to the Fingerprint Scanner under the personalization area of the settings. If you do the Fingerprint Scanner, it's going to ask me to register my fingerprint by swiping a bunch of times from the top of the home key and down. So I'm just going to, keep doing that. So once you have it set up, simply wake up the phone. I did prefer to have it so that I could just swipe my finger across the fingerprint scanner here and then it would wake up, but you do have to wake the phone up and then it will prompt you to unlock it, which is perfectly fine. I was just hoping it would be a different way. And then of course we have the heart rate monitor on the back, which is very simple. We are already in S Health. I'll just go ahead and hit the heart rate section. And once it says start, it says ready to place the finger on the sensor. We'll just do that right now, and you can see a red light turns on, an infrared light that looks under my skin essentially in order to find out what my heart rate is. And so, there you have it for the software feature focus here on the Samsung Galaxy S5. We saw that a number of new features came in, some of them based upon the hardware, like the heart rate monitor, but overall, we have a Touchwiz that is very familiar to us, but still brings back a lot of features that you may or may not have liked already from the previous Samsung Galaxy S4. Stay tuned for more coverage of the Samsung Galaxy S5 here at MWC in Barcelona, Spain. Once again, this is Joshua Vergara from Android Authority reporting live.